Republican Senator Josh Hawley voted against that infrastructure bill today, and he joins me now. Senator, I understand why the Democrats voted for the bill. This is the part of their agenda. Joe Biden ran on this. The radicals love it. Why did your Republican colleagues vote for this bill?
Good question. I have to say I don't know the answer to that question, and I'm disappointed that anybody would support this bill. You said it exactly right. This isn't an infrastructure bill. This is a radical left woke politics bill that has stuff like gender identity mandates in it, the radical equity agenda, the Green New Deal. That's all in this bill. And by the way, it's going to cost trillions of dollars, pork barrel spending. There's stuff like bridges and highways in Canada in this bill. We ought to be building highways and bridges in the United States, not in foreign countries. This is a bad bill, and that's why I voted no.
So those of us that follow this for a living knew that this was coming. A lot of these problem solvers, they call themselves, were marching back and forth to the White House, and there was an agreement that they were going to get real infrastructure done, but come to find out, the Democrats just decided to get another bill as well and put it on the floor, and they're going to vote for that as well. So did the Republicans get scammed again?
Yeah, I'm afraid so. I mean, listen, this is all Joe Biden's agenda. That's the key thing to know. This is the Biden far-left agenda, spending trillions of dollars to remake our society and to remake it in the image of the woke left. That's what he wants to do, and that's what he is succeeding in doing right now. And so it's absolutely imperative that Republicans say, no, this is not the right vision for this country. We are not a racist country. We're not an evil country. We're a good country. We don't need to be remade. Americans need to be empowered to live their lives. That needs to be our agenda.
So the little money that was there, can Americans expect that the roads are going to be improved and the bridges are going to be improved and that, life is going to be made better with their tax dollars on some type of front?
I don't know about that. I mean, what it looks like to me is over $1 trillion in pork barrel spending. Only a small percentage of that actually goes to roads and bridges and in my state waterways, which are important. And what do Americans get stuck with? They get left with a massive tab that they're going to have to pay for with increased taxes, and they get left with woke politics, which is what most of this bill goes to pay for. That's why it's such a bad deal, and that's why Republicans need to oppose it.
So just to be clear, Senator, Republicans, conservatives, they call themselves, are voting for tax increases because that's the only way you pay for something like this, right?
Yeah, I mean, right now, what the Congressional Budget Office said, look, hundreds of billions of dollars in this terrible bill aren't paid for. It's going to have to be paid for somehow, and we all know how that works. It's working people who end up paying for it with increased taxes. I'll tell you what else working people are going to be paying for is increased food prices, increased prices for car repairs, and increased gas prices, all of that because of this out-of-control federal spending and these far-left policies. And I say again, Republicans need to put forward a better alternative, a better vision. Just going along with the Biden agenda, that is not the way.
All in the name of bipartisanship. I would love if one of those Republican senators would join me tomorrow or any day this week to explain why they ran with a conservative message and they're not governing that way. I think a lot of us are sick of that. People that are nonpartisan, libertarians, just people that believe in improving the lives of Americans, and they just can't get the job done to me, Senator. Thanks so much for coming on the program.
Thanks for having me.
You bet.